before we go half into what I want to talk about, I want to play and analyze what the Zion legal team said at the heat of controversy concerning Ijele's arrest. Remember that at that particular time, Zion legal team made a broadcast, a Facebook broadcast, where they gave a rundown of what happened up to that particular time in regard to case of Ijele. But when Ijele came out, I was waiting for Ijele to point out as so many issues that in the Zion legal team pointed out. Issues like who brought the other remand order after a bail or a grant a bail or meet a bail obligation with regard to arresting Emilie from Zion. That is number one. Who brought that detention order? Who were the people who brought an order to move him from Abuja to Oka? You want to go? And I'm ajụjụ like kele ndị wotara that order to move him from Abuja, abi from Ikoyi, from Abuja, sorry, to Oka, and kelunde defa wotakwala order eji we move from Abuja to Lagos. These are the questions that I am beginning to ask. But it seems like our brother Ijele answered that question in all the things on the since Ojuwepota. I watched the interview he granted. In fact, I watched several interviews Ijele granted, and on ama okwenu, and then for that there is a name he is failing to mention. There is a name he is failing to mention. In one place, he's talking about involvement of the Zion. In the other place, he's talking about the IPOB and other people. In the other place, he's talking about other. But there is a particular name I think he's running away from mentioning. And I don't know why he is failing to mention that name. Those are the people who made him stay longer than we thought. Now, in fact, let me say, those are the people who made him stay longer than expected. But the question should be, why is he not talking about them? Let us quickly listen to what the Zion legal team said. Then I will analyze them, and from that analysis, I am going to ask Ijele some questions which I expect him to answer. In his subsequent interview, I expect him to answer. I expect him to answer those questions. Now, let us go on. Let us carry on with this video made by Zion legal team. Let us carry on with this video. Let us analyze this video so that I can ask him those important questions. It seems like he's not ready to answer. Mumafulu ni Ijele just ochoko wola for Zion. Zion. E wata go olu diafa na aga. He kept on mentioning Zion. Why there are other people involved in his case and he knows them. But my worry now is, why is he so much afraid and scared to mention the name of that church? Is it because na have for evangelist Ebuka Obi? Why is he failing to mention the name of that other church when the case against him? Why is he running away from mentioning the name of that church? Is he scared of something? Is he scared of something? I thought when he comes out, no, that look at exactly what happened. Why is he not mentioning their names? What you hear people saying is, but it was Zion that arrested him. Did Zion ever deny not arresting him? Or when he made something, one and he may arrest, you go and explain. After all, many people has been arrested in the past. Matthias has been arrested. Even though Geshi was arrested some time back. You want to go? So arresting somebody is not a strange something. But I expected him to so many things involved in a movement. Now let us watch this video. Listen. Click on like and love as you watch this video.
Fact, we have no hand presently on his detention.
Yes, we have no hand presently on his detention.
In the sense that on the last adjourned date,
yes,
being on the 21st day of October, it was confirmed in court
21st day of October.
He has perfected his bail. And having perfected his bail, is not expected to remain in detention. So, as a matter of fact, Zion has no hands in whatever that is holding him behind, because we also confirm that there are other people he offended one way or the other that are also interested in his matter.
There are other people who he offended one way or the other who are interested in his matter.
But as long as Zion is concerned, we don't have anything. Like Zion has no hands in his detention. He has perfected his bail. The court has confirmed that. So whatever thing that is remaining, whatever thing that is holding behind, is Zion has no hands in it.
Yes, to buttress the point that my brother here made. Obviously, if I should, with permission, borrow the word from the evangelist Ebuka Obi, that once you are on top, you become the topic. I think maybe that's the reason why this topic has continued to linger. In answering your question very point blank and directly, I must tell you that since June, he was granted bail.
He was granted bail in June. He was granted bail in June.
And he has perfected his bail conditions since August.
June, July, August. I granted bail in June. July, August. Let's say 2 months and later, he perfected his bail conditions.
It is surprising to me and to all of us. We all felt very much flabbergasted that he's still being kept behind the bar. Reason is not quite obvious known to us. But if we can tell you authoritatively that by June, when he was granted bail, we eventually brought an application to vary the bail and to express our forgiveness clearly. No, we did not oppose that application to vary the bail. Yes. And he perfected his bail. It was like my brother mentioned, the last time their lawyer raised it that we are still keeping him, and the court made it clear that he has been given bail. He was granted bail and he has signed his release warrant. Why is he still there? We don't know.
The last time the lawyer raised that issue, the court made it clear to them that he was granted bail and he has met his bail condition. And then as I go in his warrant here,
we learned that Christ's living mission is also having similar case with him, which is already ongoing.
You see, when we learned that Christ's living mission is having similar case with him, which is ongoing. Now, this is where I have a problem. The question is, why is it that since Ijele that everything he has said, where he has granted interview, he is failing to mention Christ's living mission? It is a question. What is he scared of? Does it mean that he's scared of, I don't want to call the name of the man. Does it mean that he's scared of that man? Why is he failing to mention the name of that man? When from what is being said here, it is very clear that there is a contrary order from somewhere to keep detaining him, which he is very much aware of. So why does he mention Zion, and forget to mention about the other people, the other factors that are involved in his detention for even a longer period of time than only Zion involved in it? Why? What is he scared of? This is the question. That is why in Juegba that Ijele for Ijele to keep mentioning Zion, 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 I see it as a plot to run away from the reality. There is a reality on the ground which he doesn't want to talk about. And the reasons why he don't want to talk about it is best known to him. Yes. The reason why he doesn't want to talk about it, I don't know. But what I don't understand is Zion arrested you, and when they arrested you, they quickly presented you in a court of law. When you came to court, you were granted bail. You were unable to meet up with that first bail condition given to you. I think your lawyers applied for that bail application to be looked into, for that bail conditions to be looked into. The other lawyers did not oppose it because as of that time, Ebuka Obi has decided to forgive you. Now, when they did not oppose that appeal about the bail conditions, the court did what they are supposed to do. You met the bail condition, and you are supposed to leave the prison yard. Even your release, this thing was signed. So, upon that time, another order came from somewhere. The question is, why is it that you are failing to mention the names of those people? Is it because Evangelist Ebuka Obi was magnanimous enough to forgive you? Are you seeing that forgiveness of his as a weakness? These days, you now put up a show. You go to a Ijele court. Hey, this one. In a court. When it is so obvious that Evangelist Ebuka Obi made it very clear to everybody that he has forgiven you. He made it very clear to everybody that he has forgiven you. We even knew how you met up with the bail condition. That is because he has forgiven you and he has decided to let go. There is a man somewhere in Onitsha who is still 100% willing and ready to follow you head to head. Why are you not mentioning his name? That was the man you accused of not that or not that. Why are you unable to mention his name? Are you not aware? Did your lawyers not tell you that that man Kushirigu for how many months? You know that man Kushirigu for how many months? That man even made an attempt to bring you to Oka. You know the person who wanted to bring you to Oka. If they say Kobe and Oka, Ebona on Lagos here. You know the man who wanted to bring you to Oka. You know him. Why are you not mentioning his name in all your interview that you granted? You keep going after a man who out of his magnanimity forgive you. He forgives you. These days you now go to court. You say, they are not coming to court. They are not coming to court. Blah, 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 blah. Because Evangelist Ebuka Obi decided to forgive you. There is a man who is willing to send you to prison. Mention his name. I dare you to mention his name. Zion Legatim Olafa Church. Are you not aware that you have a case with some people? That those people were making sure they on a detention now for over 1 year again. Why are you not mentioning their names? I challenge you to revisit that case again. That case about about a particular church in Onitsha. I challenge you to revisit that case again if you think you are strong. Take this challenge from me. Huh? Make a live broadcast severally like you used to do and revisit that case again. Call the name of that man. Label him what you are labeling him. Ready to take you to wherever you are going. Now you think you can come out and begin to hide, calling the name of Evangelist Ebuka Obi, we will cover up. Because you know he has decided to forgive you, he has decided to let go. He has seen that not one he will gain nothing. ijezie na court iyiri konkosa na-akpagharị na-agwa ndị mmadụ they are not look lie ebunu na nna na-akpa atụrụ is so clear and it's very clear to everybody that you don't want to learn. You don't want to learn. You don't want to learn. You have not learned anything. You have not learned anything. You think we are not wise. We are wise. Let us continue.
And that is why they kept him there.
That is why they kept him there. They went to this line.
The last time their lawyer raised it that we are still keeping him, and the court made it clear that he has been given bail. He was granted bail and he has signed his release warrant. Why is he still there? We don't know. Then from the grapevine, we learned that Christ's living mission is also having similar case with him.
It's already ongoing.
That is why they kept him there.
That is why they kept him there.
Zion has no hand there.
Zion has no hand. We're forgiving him.
Ordinarily should be a free man walking on the street.
Yeah, ordinarily he should be a free man walking on the street. Because Zion ministry have forgiven him. They have forgiven him. But Living Faith Mission, I believe in with him, took up the matter handle with him. And that is why he's been detained there. He is not saying anything about them. Because he knows if he then mention their name, only him knows the condition at which it comes out. Only him knows the condition. Why is he not talking about that? You keep shouting and calling the name of a man who said openly that he has forgiven you. You are now taking his good side as weakness. He just said, nobody come to court. You have come to court. I challenge you to say the same thing about that particular church in Onitsha. You brought out their case. You treated their case on Facebook. In fact, you were so brutal to them that even if they said Kobe, you wanna go? You are so brutal to them. Unfortunately, that man doesn't have time to talk to anybody. That man doesn't have time to talk to anybody. You are only taking advantage of good side of Evangelist Kobe. I challenge you to call the name of that man again. You know him. You know him. On put on Facebook on a deceive Gary Moon. Why not much info name? On a deceive Gary Moon. When you do see a good, they will be each and I am if a play out. You think we did not know what played out? Yeah? Oh no, Evangelist Kobe forgive you. Ijele nga. Can you for you again? Waiting he go again. Not to Ijele when you be nga. Can you for you again? Omerie ko uru dogu. Omerie ko udike. Omerie ko gono. Man, when one pastor no somewhere in Onitsha willing to send you back to a being apota, you don't want to call his name. Are you not supposed to be more upset than Nyama people longer than Evangelist Kobe? At least in the Zion, they will just for how long? You rested for just a month or 2 or 3. You rested. Yes, they were even very easy on you. Now that man kept you for more than 1 year. Are you supposed to be upset within the Zion, or you are supposed to be upset against a man on a man who kept you for more than 1 year? Let us be honest. He's supposed to be angry with the man who malawola. He's supposed to be angry with the man who piaraga kodo. Yeki yesu we hapo onye piaraga kodo. Na isionu na akwafu onye malawola. O ha agugo ko. You needed to do initial gragra mgbe pụtara. And even at Turubon, Turogi say Turubon, if na this guy do good, let me use his name to shine and show people that I am strong. Let me use his name. Even in each agent grant your interview, apart from where you make reference to Nde Biafra and Ndefa, I have never heard where you mention the name of a particular pastor from Onitsha. You dare not. Make Oye so do the mother me for anime. Onye guy how do a preacher of love. If you do anyhow, you go collect. Yeah? If you do anyhow, you go collect. Unfortunately, young women hold the time Evangelist Ebuka Obi do good enough. And in the Zion, we do only mind enough to even try to engage you in order to change you. Yeah? In order to change you. Those people, they don't have time for exchange of words. They act immediately. They act. All that time, this man, nobody was saying anything. The moment in the mother shop, because all Zion church because now for Obi even they say that man no mention his name. You overstayed over 1 year because of that man. Why are you scared to mention his name and tell people about him? Tell people if you kuru makeni you career. Don't wait for you. I wanted to watch you and see your conduct since Ijele before I can come and address you. But it's obvious that you want to keep deceiving and misleading those people who sold you out. They sold you out and they forgot about you. They abandoned you. If also enemy of Ndigbo. And when you came out, you still decided to be entertaining those people who branded you the enemy of Ndigbo. With the exception of none of them, they all turned their back on you. Even the bloggers not among them. Those people you are celebrating now, you are still entertaining them. They all forgot about you. None of them spoke about you. None of them spoke about you. Yes. In fact, one of them opened in a live broadcast recently, about 2 weeks or 1 week or 3 weeks before your release. One of them said openly that yes, he did not say anything about you. He was even arguing. He even told me to go and bring a video where he said anything about you. And yet those are the people singing your praises. Those were the people who were having conversation with me when I was telling them go and caution Ijele. They were telling me there is nothing anybody can do to Ijele as far as Nigeria is concerned. Yes, but when it happened, even Ijele is a great force to reckon with. Ran away. He lost his voice. He has started sharing you again. He has started telling you how much you are a force to reckon with. Look, let me tell you, a year older is a year wiser. If you don't want to be wise in this country, Nigeria, people will continue to use you. I'm not saying this for anything. I'm just sounding it as an advice to you. You don't need to prove any point. You don't obviously need to prove any point. You are trying to prove a point to the people who sold you out and they were happy that they sold you out. What did they say? No, onye ya wo no nya no na detention. Na Ndigbo aka ekwu okwu. But Ijele, who enemy of Ndigbo. Ndigbo aye ekwu okwu. In fact, he did not supposed to be not there. But when we had an interaction before this thing happened, you featured on my program, I featured on your program. During the time of Ebony's son, blah, 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 blah. I told you that these guys are not your fans. The same advice in the Nyekwa J Park today. These guys are not your fans. They have infiltrated your fan base. The people who are sharing you up, if you pick their names one after the other and go back to series of programs, you will see that those are the people who are challenging you. So come to Igbo if you think you are strong. We dare you to come to Igbo. We dare you to come to Igbo. Those are the same people who, for the sake of their support, was in the ideology of Matthias, and you have helped them to be fighting in the pastor. They turned now for the sake of that fight. That at some point, no common enemies. They now turn back to be telling you, right on, right on, right on. Did you see how we took up Ogechi's matter? Nobody slept. Everybody was talking from the day Ogechi was arrested till the day Ogechi was released. That is how you show solidarity to somebody. Yes, that is how you show solidarity to somebody. Can you go and show me how many of those videos they made about you? Who are you trying to entertain? If you want to entertain anybody to tell us how strong you are, I dare you to mention the name of a man who holds you down for over 1 year. I have no fake. You are only singing and dancing with the name of Ebuka Obi because you know he's a good man. You know he's cool. You know he forgave you without even thinking of a second thought. He told the people in charge, hands off that case, leave that matter, let him go. You know. No so Zion, even 2-3 months after arrested. You know all this. Why are you trying to make matter? Before he didn't make kidney, before he made arrest, even they said Kobe make a video about bloggers, e.g. ego ha gbatara na ịda akpa afọ weta itie ọrịa kidney. O mego that video before then. He did not do that because on detention. He made that video even before you were arrested. Now, after you were diagnosed na two kidney failing, I think it could have been a lesson to you for you to know that God is at work. But no, Igbero, you are still holding on. You are still holding on. Let us finish up this video.
That forgiveness coming from the Bible is what the Psalm tried to preach. It is known in the Bible that you can forgive. Of course, to err is human, and to forgive is divine. Having forgiven him, we had no hand there again. We have already let him go. And the Psalm is no longer interested in his staying behind. So why he's still there is not known to us. So
who is he going to court to go and meet? And I'm a can only na court EJ meet and they create together unnecessary attention in ways. The broadcast was very clear that Zion has forgiven him and they have no more intention of holding him down. Can only na court EJ entertain when you know that these people are no more ready to carry on with whatever thing. Yeah, can only na court EJ entertain EJ prove them mother and the Zion also. When all the videos he make, you said it's AI. Are you confirming to us now that it is no more AI? Who are you people deceiving? Every single thing you said it is AI. Now, without trying to pursue whatever thing Evangelist Ebuka Obi said, to err his woman and to forgive his divine. He forgave you and he allowed you to go. But there is a man somewhere who is not even willing to forgive you, except whatever thing you know. Why can't you keep mentioning the name of that man? It is a question I am asking to you. Who do they take a good side of people for a ride? Yeah? Can you match Evangelist Ebuka Obi one-on-one? Even as a man, let them keep Bible. Canal man to canal man. Can you match him? In any ramification. If he want to send you to prison, he will send you to prison direct without even looking for a second thought. You know he can do that. You know he can do that comfortably well. You know you are not in any match with him. Even too small, Ebono. If in the door, you know, but you are only taking advantage of his good side because no decided to let go. You just say in a court, this is who are you updating? Yeah? Who are you updating? I just decided to play this video again so that you people will know. If that man can hold him there for over 1 year, Evangelist Ebuka Obi is over capable. Because now, in Kenya, we na video yapa, evidence yapa, abacho yacho. Abogomono. Can advise again. No, always get a lawyer who will have your best interest at heart. Don't get the one that will use you to shine that he's a human rights activist. He will use you. He will rather buy the hope that city. That is the truth. Nobody will tell you. Get a lawyer who will advise you against getting into trouble because he doesn't want you to spend money on legal bills. I'm not the one who will always encourage you to get into trouble because he wants you to pay him money or he wants to shine with you. All these human rights lawyers, they will rather allow you because the moment they have a representative free in such cases, have not built their profiles. We know about all this. We know about all this. What I go? So they will tell you right on when they know that there are videos there. I say, fake. No, obia na court. Obia prove ola ino mwe power. Onye gbaro. Lawyer ga cho egba ezioku. Ke ni fiji we ku na move fake. Ke ni fiji we ku na move fake. Holy water nele. Onwere onye goje biagbaro na no nwere ife merie. Who are you speaking for? Who Who is the complainant complain no je Zion if do to ameye or kelonye Zion complain ifa oh iche na elu court akpo evangelist Ebuka Obi gwe je bia gwo onye ngwolo ka ongu nwere je kpota onye ngwolo ekpere ogije na Zion why na whereas na onye ahụ agaghị jezu. He who allege must prove. It is you who is alleging, so you have to come and prove. Yeah? It is you who is alleging. Or he allege na munwa wezugo wonye ohi court asem bia zudo ohi ka ha we mana ma yuzuno ohi. That is not what it is. It is you who is going to bring an evidence of eben jezu ohi. I don't need to do something for me to prove what you are saying. If you say that somebody is fake, you must prove beyond every reasonable doubt that that person is fake. That person has nothing to prove at all. Is it Lovett or going complete because the handle case Lovett is not even Zion or independent people arrested here. If they cannot prove anything, what it shows is that if they say Kobe has no hand, Zion has no hand in whatever show Lovett they put. If I own people claiming testimonies with faith, you will send yourself quickly to prison. He knows you are on your way to prison. Man, ignorance you are fake. You are fake. Jego simo fonye polisi. Epedana lepele foloso. Ongunwa yeje poto onye polisi. Epele foloso. Oro ha fuse ezioku. It is you who is alleging. It is you who is going to prove. This is something that your lawyer will never tell you. Because no choluko wolu na shine. Even the human right, why I say I actually prove pointy, Shine interview. We know this, but this is one case we are not going to sleep at. Now build the level, yeah. Now build the fire. The shake is a case in no very since. Oneko win go apart from nke nde wo complainant Jiaka had decided okay, we want to discharge this matter. Go and check. A one case is unya ogolo. Oneni me fa. God goes so all we go 1,000 cases. Oneni me 1,000 cases ya ko pewu. Yes. If Haji a child will public show or public show of an interview, demonstration, a child, but you can hardly see them advising their lawyers. I mean, advising their client. You cannot see them. They even want you to get into trouble more so that people can get to hear about them. Especially only when a little kind of relevance. Only a kind of relevance. This case we have one or two interests. They will quickly push you into trouble so that they can come now and speak and trample on your relevance so that people will know them. Wisdom should direct you. Wisdom should direct you. When you na court, forgive go. Or somebody on who is willing to send you back to prison. Mention his name if you don't get fear. Mention his name. The day left the lawyer, everything you ran a multiple program. You ran a multiple program. I ask you, can production warrant we see from Okawebe on the Zion? On the Zion. Kirunde Melu Ijweka in detention for over 1 year. On the Zion. You know the truth. Why are you not mentioning the name of those people? Why are you not mentioning the name of those people? Why are you camouflaging with the name of Evangelist Ebuka Obi? Yeah? Listen.
So why he's still there is not known to us.
Now, Evangelist Ebuka is a complainant in this matter. Now, when the matter came to court, the matter was a very offense. The defendant in this matter, who happens to be Ijele, was granted bail. Now, upon the confession of his bail, he ought to be out of prison. Now, the complainant in the matter does not have any say when a court of law grants bail. It is out of his. It is no longer within his power to say, "Oh, you must not leave." Once a defendant perfects his bail, the court will sign. The judge in that matter will sign a release order.
You see, which is exactly even what happened during the time of Ogechi. That na ndị niile na-akpọ m na-asị m ezugo kere ife anyị eme nsị unu na okwu elugo court na okwuru ha court. That is the final hope of a common man. The moment okwu bịalụ court, that is the grant here bail ngunu no say if perfect have bail condition grant, you walk away free. The complainant has the right to detain you further, except contrary. But what Ijele said in the interview is they went and brought another. Is it a production warrant or detention order? Who brought it? I want people to ask him. He said they went and brought. Who brought it? Mention the name of the people who brought that order. Mention. You said they went to Oka. They did. Who are the people who demanded that you should be provided in Oka? Who are those people? Can they file? It's a question I'm asking. Why are you not mentioning their names? You only mentioned the name of Zion. Zion was at the beginning, which is Genesis of the matter. But Mbelu Zero na Matthew Mark, Gagido will na Revelation. Zion not there. None of them Zion not there. You know the truth, but you don't want to say it.
Once that is done, the defendant in the custody of any prison or a prison authority ought to leave the prison on account of those bail terms being fulfilled. Now, in the case of Ijele, we are very sure that his bail terms, he has perfected his bail, and ordinarily he ought to be out of that place. So yes, that Evangelist Obi or Zion Ministry has no hand in whatever is holding Ijele at the prison custody to this very day. So we want the general public to know this matter is before Court 7 at the Federal High Court. The Court of Law is a public place. You can go into the court and make your research and make your search.
You see, Court 7. You can go there because whatever judgment or whatever thing go on in court is a public document. You can go there and have access to it. It is not can deceive you. Now this social media, you know, Court 7 there, you can as well, not only in Abuja, walk into Court 7, demand for documents relating to case Ijele prior, before, and after he was granted bail. You are going to see it there. Do that. And when I say for on the map, and you see when you side, you see on the side, you quota, he will shine.
Now, you can apply for record of proceedings. This is a public document.
You see?
And anybody who is insinuating that Evangelist Obi is the one still holding Ijele in custody is either ignorant of the facts. That's the reason why we are saying the general public that he is not there at our better call. We are not the reason why he's still there.
Then who is the reason why he's still there? He knows the person. Why is he not mentioning the name of that person? Since Zion made it clear that they are not the reason why Ijele is still in detention. Why is he not mentioning the name of the person who the reason why you went on a detention for over 1 year?
He ought to be out, and whatever is keeping him, anyone can approach any of the authorities to find out what is actually happening in this matter. As I've said at the Federal High Court Court 7.
Yes, we just want to sound it as a note of warning that the general public should be sure of what they are saying. Do not say whatever based on assumption or presumption. Get your facts straight and do not drag the image of anybody to the mud. Just like my colleague has rightly said, if you are in doubt of any issue of law or fact, you go to the court and make your verifications. Apply for the record of proceedings. And make sure before you come online to say anything or make any kind of discussion to drag any image, be sure of what you are saying, so that we, the legal team, may not be pushed into action. That's all we have to say on this issue.
In addition, the release order is a public document.
It's a public document.
Some can be search can be conducted upon.
Yes.
Some, and to verify the authenticity of some.
Yes.
The release order is there. It's before the court. Searches can be conducted. So whoever that is doubting can conduct search to verify the authenticity of the release.
You see?
That's just what we have to say.
Just as my colleague said,
he is no longer in our hands. You understand me? The councils have to do their due diligence. It is not in our making to bring Ijele out of that place.
They cannot do that because most of these people now are human rights lawyers. If Hana like show, they disregard what they are supposed to be doing. Hana do good na update, and they can jump on anything just for the popularity of it. Yes, which is the truth. Instead of them to do their due diligence, which they know, it's not that they did not know, but they decide to use the name that is already out there. Instead of telling the people the truth and the nature of what is happening on the ground.
The court has signed his release, everything has been perfected. So let his lawyers do the due diligence. And the general public is a public document. They should go on and check and find out from themselves that his continual detention is not the making of evangelist
Scream.
And nobody should call his name or drag him into the jealous matter. Thank you.
Anyway, I must be very loud and clear. That's from the point I made earlier. That a message we got from the grapevine that Christ's living mission is having a case pending currently, life case pending currently in Oka against him. If you listen to the point I made earlier, or my colleagues made earlier, that he has been released, granted, given a bail condition, he met his bail condition and released. But he's not out is because of other cases he has. I also got to know why, in some of the occasions where we were in court, I got to understand that police got production warrants. These were one of the cases that are still keeping him. They also
police brought production warrant. Meaning, no matter with the police. Why is he not mentioning all these things? Why is it always Zion? And with production warrant from Oka. Police with a production warrant. Conflicting one. Why is he not mentioning all these things? Why is it always bent on mentioning the people who forgave him and allow him to go? Why is it always mentioning them? Why can't he use the cases that are overpending, now ready for prosecution? Why is he not mentioning them? I'm asking you.
Have another case in Abuja. So
he has another case in Abuja.
Having been granted bail and released, he's not supposed to be there. I'm asking if we have anything to convince the public. Obviously, we have made it clear here that if you go to Port 7 in Lagos, it is a federal airport in Lagos. It is a public place that anybody can walk in. You ask for anything, more especially the case of Ijele that is more of a public concern. You will see you walk in there and ask of any document. Is the date he was granted bail in June, the release warrants and all that. You will see it, and why he's still there. So people mentioning either Zion Ministry or the Zion legal team are still involved in the case is unfounded and is unwarranted. It is unnecessary attack on the team. I must tell you, the public has all that said. They can do themselves a lot of good by going to the Port 7, Port 7 in Lagos and get all the necessary information and their back and come. Thank you.
In addition to that, actually, the Federal High Court, Court 7 Federal High Court in Lagos, just as what my learned friend just said, you can conduct search. It's a public document because on the last adjourned date, being the 21st day of October, we learned that there are production warrants from other people who are interested in the matter, who has offended one way or the other.
You see?
Other churches, there are production warrants.
Other churches.
Because the court did confirm that the release warrant has been signed. So whoever that is not satisfied with the present situation as regards to his further detention should conduct a search. The ruling of the bail application is there. The day it was ruled was there. The release warrant, the release warrant from the court is also there. So these are public documents, and whoever that cares to make further confirmation should do that. The Zion legal team has no hands in his further detention. We are fact.
So okay, what are you saying? Well, so many production warrants, but they just mentioned how many. They just mentioned the police. They just mentioned something living church or gono. Why is Baba not talking about all these people? Why is Baba not talking about all these people? Why is Baba trying to have the easiest escape route with Zion? Na ndemokwu n'ife nọ na social media. Ndemokwu n'ife nọ na social media. Unu chase no necessary crowd unu chase. Face those who do ready to face you. Yes, face those who are 100% ready to face you. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Una doesn't know how you una doesn't know because I want to make sure no. I want to make sure no. Odoka ya si na ife ọ na-ekwu eziokwu. Ije na court, ije ese photo na asị nka. Kedu ife na-eme? Ife niile na-awụ initial gragra. Ife niile na-awụ initial gragra. Ịma na ịkara aka kpọkwa nwoke Ọnịcha afọ again. Ịma na ịkara aka zijekwa ndị polisi ozi ndị isi wee zije mbụ. Yes, because anyị ma statement ikwuru ndị polisi ji wee chọọ ka ha jide na brokos. Anyị ma statement ime ekigasịrị kpata ndị polisi ji wee chọọ ka ha nwude na brokos. Hapụ ha, hapụ nwoke Ọnịcha, hapụ other people go na ha nwere okwu. Decide ya ka iwere afọ Ebuka Obi because na afọ Ebuka Obi is so popular that everybody can get away and chase clouds with it. You came out. What of onye nke say no that mmadụ na Ọnịcha? Ịgwala anyị a lot of activities in Ọnịcha within the members here. Why can't you continue with that storyline? Have you lost your voice with regard to that? Come and tell us more about that man. We want to know more about that man. Yes. Come and tell us more about how you will handle the police. Come and tell us more about how you will handle the police. Buy more about the police who will carry her. Come and tell us more. We want to know. Ana ekwu ya ọdụ ka ya asị na ama ife a na-ekwu ụnụ na-agha ahụ ụnụ pụta na Facebook ụnụ anaghọrịsị gullible people. Ụnụ anaghọrịsị fa. Ha na-ekwe n'isi na-anọ ọdụ n'isi ka gụnụ. Zion this, Zion that, Zion this, Zion that. But there's Ebuka Obi never rundu. He has shown what a true Christian should do. If all men who call dog akanante, and they don't even know dog akanante, you gotta go. What passive message? It shows that he will weakness of that. Nya, he will say Makanon will lazy Bobby. Where would he take care for a ride? If I was a man, according to Ndigbo state, Kuma gama. You gotta go. Kuma na-ekwusi ike ikwukatakwa ofu ụbọchị apịkwalụ mbọ. Yes, you can caution your child as many times as possible until ụbọchị onye decide inweta that lesson na-achọ ka ikuziere ya. So ịchọkwuwe kwurukwa na aga ikwugidekwa ofu ụbọchị kwukwa otu ihe ekwukwa aka na abaghọkwa ya otu. Ife ọ bụla na Okeke tụrụ gị ọkpọ ije chọwa oke afọ gụ na ya anụ ọgụ. Okeke tiri gị ọkpọ efechakwala Okeke fu ekiri ya fụ na ọnya na Okonkwo ọgbakọrọ wee tinye gị ọkpọ ịhapụ Okeke hapụ Okonkwo ije chọwa oke afọ just to divert attention. Ọ wee pụ nọchazie na prison pụta ya agba nekeneke. Ana m ajụ ajụjụ. Ọ wee pụ nọchawa na prison apụta ya agba nekeneke. Onya ife iji pụta ozugbo Zion this, Zion that. Ebe ọ na-ije na podcast ajụghị ajụjụ ịkọrọ Zion njikwụsị, Zion jighara ese, Zion njikwụsị, Zion n'elu, Zion n'ala. Kedu maka the other church? Kedu maka the other churches? Ndị ahụ adịghị willing to let go That willing to go say until you water lesson. You decided to allow them to be. Mother Apono kata jebenga. Ndị ke wee sị ka ha kụziere gị akwụkwọ ka ha hụ gị aka n'amụ ka ha kpaghị aka n'ihe ịgbafuo ife m bịara ebe a kịta ahụ ka ndo ndị mmadụ anya you people should even disregard Ijele. This will even be the last time I will make a video about him. I didn't even want to make any video, but at a point it became necessary and I thought I should put this clarity. Otherwise I have from me for name as initial gragara. You want to entertain people who don't even love you. You want to entertain people who wish that you don't even come out. Go to Facebook 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8 months, 9 months before go and check. Also show and the once in a while. Even VDM got tired. VDM only spoke about you 2 times. He got tired. Even VDM could not get you out of that trouble. At that height of it, VDM could not get you out of that trouble. Abi, still, you don't want to learn a lesson. You don't want to learn a lesson. You just want to use Zion to do initial gragra. Chukwu agumon if you wo feke. PTA wife for Matthias first. PTA your wife first. Aturu mure buruba ka nwa aturu. Drop one comment again, can block you immediately. Drop one comment again, can block you immediately. You say about post. There another comment. I'm waiting for you. Okay, sirike. There another comment. Come fear. There another comment. Come comment again. So kita can go see if you carry aturu. Oh no wunde. Nchokite jen dig comment go. Ijele no na detention. Post we kita. Ofe na anyocha. Icho kita ewuru ma fara kita. Jen dig ye buta comment go. Mboro na prison. Go see any who are on the madafo. Ona on uzbonu no potalo. Ona arosh kwana je na page kunje kwa chiawe kun wonu kwisi we roba mbo. Kun wonu kwisi we roba mbo. Ono puta inwe afa page ya inwe account ana akpo Emeka Jackson. O mebe video maka Ebuka Obi ije wole Emeka Jackson na say ride on. Inwe kwazie another Facebook profile ya na-akpọ Emeka Okonkwo okwuwe maka ndị Biafra and IPOB iwuru nke apụta na-asị ya na ya anwụ n'iwu ozu na taa n'Igbo ka ifo ọmaha all these things unu na-eyuze ọnwụ Nigeria ya ga no gba moderator na moderate rie program ya where ya ga name after name omewe program gbasalo IPOB nyaje name after name malunda na ewishi onwu malunda na ewishi worse than ife o na ewishi maazị Nnamdi Kanu nyaje malunda na be bia na Igbo nation then omewe program about evangelist Ebuka Obi ondoka nyagba onye wu moderator admin ye nyawolu afa nina nyawoputagodo like afa 20 or afa 50 no na eme program maka evangelist Ebuka Obi and ndoka. Then you to make that name stand by. Even a program maka ndị IPOB. Then will have one after the other. Came on or know the same people. Came on or know the same people. You want to go? Came on or know the same people. That is why they all forget about you. The great masquerade. They forget about the great masquerade. If you want to know what solidarity is, go and see what happened all the time on attention. People were coming live every day. At a point, even your page became inactive. Even the same guy in our power, your page, he lost his voice. Your page became inactive. Your page became inactive. Nobody was saying anything about you again. People almost forgot about you. Not until the day people forgot about you. A lot of them were wishing you never even wish him as Nnamdi Kanu. Now that case you are the worst that came as Nnamdi Kanu. today hanchani na regroup kwa n'onwe ha ride on ngbanwe chokwa no rema ana ahoro ogwu idona no cho na onye na ahoro ogwu ya anu oye do cho na onye na ahoro ogwu ya anu iwe holari ogwu atola omalo atola ofeke ofe yisi na ofia ihodago atola omalo atola ofeke ofe yisi na ofia ihodago bukodolo eshe malo. They don't like you. Yes, they from all na heart reporter of effort effort with na restoration open na ha kwuru ụgwọ ka e wee na Arise TV ha akawala ahụ fụ na polisi dere na their official platform na-ejidego deri nwa amama ejidego ọsa nwa ejidego Shekawa onye isi ndị Boko Haram open na police report ya n'ebe ọ dara ụda still onwere onye ụla gara n'anya adaghị eme conference call anọ na program anaghị nwee a lot of pages no active running n'ebe Ogechi no. People never forgot about him or because of it, forget about her or because of it isi ekwu maka ka ndị mmadụ ji emugo na abịa na agwa anyị go and bring her out. We never allow Facebook to rest. Her page dugidere active welu ụbọchị ọ pụtara. That is how to show solidarity to somebody. Carry here to her. If you don't experience such kind of love, if you don't experience such kind of love, you want to keep entertaining the same people because because na ha fukwana since iji wepụ mmadụ one n'ime ha na-ekwu even onye nke bulitere this movement ọrụ na-aga na ọnwa baby virgin mana ha na-akọrọ gị aka maka na akpọ Ebuka Obi that egwu. You don't have fear. Yet out of a fear, you were able to spend 1 year and day. Only get bottom no chukuni, no more doing Ijele, na mother do any. No, no, Anconisi. No, Anconisi, I check you know when you go, Nana Hamodunya, which half. Suddenly may have denied you an open program. Like in Kenya, knows one day now, but somebody who a follower, a strong supporter. Na we no kuho makayo. Since je wota video ebo kuru makayo. Efro muje wota video ebo kuru makayo. Why am I ejuku maka Ogechi? O na nna support Ogechi. O na mu an ally of Ogechi. Why will not? Why can even meju we put na gwa mmadu nya je wota video mmelu maka Ogechi when I know that people can bring multiple videos mmelu maka Ogechi. Atụọla ọmala mana atụọla ofeke ofe isi n'ọfịa. Onye mara asụ ya sụọ n'ikwe mana ịma ha asụ sụọ n'ala. Apụta n'onu agbara nze na ntị ya anụ ife enidere ya ha ka okpu ata. Amụtara n'onu agbara nze na ntị ya anụ ife enidere ya ha ka okpu ata. Ọkadị etu a so ịchọghị ịnụ ife anụ na. And what we know is that the people who held you for over 1 year, for reasons best known to you, you are avoiding mentioning their names. But you are always mentioning the name of a man who forgave you within the second month of your arrest. The moment they arrest you, on a court, it did not even take long for court to grant you bail immediately. Even by grant shallow bail, Onobiapa contest now that bail condition to street. It was adjusted a little bit. Yes, that is a man he can decide the reporter will have na Facebook because not forgive you. Because not forgive you. But today we have forgive you. You are not mentioning their names. This is why some people which are like that do brutal no what. Because you make it nice, people will take you for a ride. That is why iji afu ndị mmadụ hapụta ha so me. Because the moment ha jụrụ na ha ya do me say ka ha do friendly, say ka ha do accommodating, ndị mmadụ wuru ha gwu egwu. You want to go? Ndị mmadụ wuru ha gwu egwu. And that's exactly what you are doing with Africa. Ebuka Obi. Yeah? You're not challenge you, that challenge you. When Ebuka Obi more time, more time, all finish go with you. Don't believe you now, you're supposed to give a lesson. You choosing face people, face people who willing and ready to face you. You will order pending update us on those IP. By the condition of your case with Moko Anisha. Ipe wuge improve golie no that will mmadụ ka ogono ipe wuge improve go no you no need your forgiveness here. You need your forgiveness here. Update here about ndị ga forgive you. We want to know about their cases also. Tell us more about that production warrant TC Oka Webia. Tell us more about production warrant in Abuja to keep you. Tell us more about production warrant in the police water and issue. Tell us more about those cases. Stop running away from them. It is not all about Zion. We know when everything about Zion ended. We know when it ended. Thank God now Zion legating is always ahead of you people in all this info. They are too smart. Association of learned people. Association of learned people. They made it clear to us. We knew when Zion hands off from anything that has to do with you. We know. So in all last year, 1 year after, not 1 year after, Pota, the Chokwa King will have and Zion will just chase a crowd. Every day, Jena court. Update here about cases going to work on. Update here about other pending cases. We want to know the update. Deceives no way. Already is no way, no already cabal. What mad work they won't attack. Allow work hard deceive. What it shows clearly is that lesson has not been learned. The other go, lesson has not been learned. The other. They kept on demanding for the use of Vogeshi. When are you people going to use Vogeshi? Forget, yeah? Not your man on a detention. Every day. Every day. When are you people going to release Ogechi? You people deceived the Ogechi, and then now you deceived Ogechi to come to Nigeria. When are you people? Ogechi is in prison, suffering. Ogechi left the family, the wife, and the husband. Oh, you Ezugo, you are with your wife. You are with your wife enjoying, but Ogechi is in prison, suffering. Blah 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 blah. Ogechi left America. This is all we keep hearing on Facebook. They forgot that Ijele has been in detention for over 1 year. Yet they kept on hammering on somebody in detention for just 2 months. Yeah? For just 2 months. Wotana kopi wota kebulum. Kwori onya agwuru ka agbara. Na eva jide. Na olugbazi. Kwori onya agwuru ka agbara. Emeka Wilson Mahakwe, my brother. Imana ma like Igbo onu. Etu aka si we gbadi Ijele onu. How I wish you know that even gbadi before all these things me. Onu akwa ka na agbakwari again. You want to go? Onu akwa ka na agbakwari again. They kept on reminding us about Ogechi, forgetting that their man Ijele on a detention. Ogechi no get back 2 months and they suddenly became worried about Ogechi, forgetting that a man who they told right on until he entered into the prison. Now the man on a prison for over 1 year. Very wicked and heartless people. Look at it. Waja hanoko na run right program. Ejike hano na run right program. Guru Ezigbo hano na efficient programs. All of them were featuring na programs. Ebe a na-achọ oge ejije apologize ya. But I forget ya na Ijele alugo na detention over 1 year. None of them ran a program. It was na last program waja ham feature that day no n'ụzọ abata. Ka m gwara ha sị ha, you people are on go program about Ogechi more than enough. Can you now begin to run program about Ijele? If you are saying that Ogechi was Ndigbo, on Ijele aho nwoke Igbo ko. If you are saying that Ogechi well family na America, na husband dey na misie, no ụmụ na misie, are you trying to tell me that Ijele enweho family? Are you trying to tell me Ijele enweho family? Every single point all of you raised about Ogechi being in detention for just merely 2 months and Ijele will all those things, yet he has been there for over 1 year and but you people for completely forgot about him. Today, immediately rubber alive for the sake of Ebuka Obi, all of you have run back like chickens to page Adrosi active over how many months? Do you know how many? Page Ogechi na be alive more often than Ogechi na Neji Abia Ogechi no out. Even Keto Page Ogechi na be alive multiple times every day. Multiple times every day. People may engage. I want to make program. People may make program for Ogechi. We did not go in. We did not give up on her. We have no reason whatsoever to give up on her. Ijechi ayepụta ịchọ ihe mụrụ ife. Ijechi ayepụta ịchọ ihe mụrụ ife. Ọkwọdị wisdom mmadụ ruo ọ na-aga ide mmadụ. Ijechi asịcha ayepụta mụrụkwa n'ife na kwe ha mụrụ ife na a na-agwa onye ihe nyapụta n'anwụ. Ha agwa onye ihe nyapụọ n'anwụ. Ọchị ịnọ n'anwụ ọnọlụ. Aha agwa onye ihe nyapụọ n'anwụ ka mụnwa wezugo na agbaghị. Ọchị nọ n'anwụ ya nọ isi n'anwụ ike epụtakwara ha ncha niile agbakọrọgo land ya Ijele ride on ha gwagidoro wee chefuo wee cheta ife niile na-eme wee cheta na-enwe enemy of ndị Igbo nya ka Ijechi alọpụtakwa decide ya ka ị na anyway amaghị reason iji eme ife ị na-eme ka m ghara ikwu. O nwere ike ọwụrụ ngụ na-eyuzu ha mụ mama enwere m ike iche na ọha na-eyuzu Maria Manongo na-eyuzu ha. It depends on who is using who. Mapo tapi ire. It depends on who is using who. O nwere ike wụrụ n'ọngụ onye na-eyuzu ha mụnwa chekwa n'ọfa nwa na-eyuzu. It can be true. Ịghọtago? So karịa ihe etu a na Chineke were aka emezi okwu a. Share this video. Share this video. Si na Ijele na mụnwa wezugo jụrụ ya ajụjụ si ya nya gwa anyị ndị wota production warrant from Ọka. Nya gwa anyị ndị wota production warrant from Abuja. Si na nanse nya gwa anyị after assign shall his warrant ya kelu ndị kajiye n'ọma ha. Jụọ na outside Zion na onwe chọọchị ọzọ that GO ọzọ ya na enwere nsogbu. Jụọ na sị na ya zaa ajụjụ a. Sị na ọwụrụ na onwere judging by the name we had. Sị na ezugosiri why is he not mentioning their names? Why is he not willing to update us about the case when we with such people? Sị na why Oji mention na ndị police production warrant against him? Sị na why Oji mention maka case onwere with ndị police? Why is he running away from all that? Why does he keep mentioning the man who has forgiven him, who doesn't even want to see him rot in jail? Why does he keep mentioning that man? Johnny Ajujua, Senior Nezugosi no need the answers to these questions. Yes, and as far as this matter is concerned, I think I have addressed him enough. I only came here today to put a clarity to this matter so that people will know the truth. You want to go? Even though ama to woga ya na-ekwu eziokwu. You want to go on those days where people use intelligence and those were a child. Go on those days, my dear. You want to go? Oga hagago. These days, if we see something, we will say something. If we see something, we will say something. If we see something, we will say something. You got to go. Ken is saying that Antioche should give him her location so that he will ask her forgiveness face to face. Make she not try to let him say whatever he wants to tell her on Facebook. On Facebook, it will be easy for them to accomplish their evil wish. Address going to Ken Ocho him from Barianka Basaria. Ocho him from Barianya Ga Basaria. I will go need for ye me. Mano Pochiri no ye me. Nyano look at conscience yana hunter. On this note, Kabani Amala Imo. Kashifon.